Hello everyone, welcome to Xinhua broadcast. I'm Cassie with Xinhua News Agency. Here I'm in Guiyang North Railway Station in southwest China's Guizhou province. China has kicked off its annual largest travel season last month, which is commonly regarded as the largest human migration in the world. But this time, during the 40-day travel season, which lasts from January 28 to March 8, we can see that in this railway station, it is expected that the number of passengers has decreased a lot. Because of the influence of the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of passengers have been decreased a lot here. And to curb the spread of the epidemic, many measures have been undertaken to control the spread of the epidemic. And joining me now is the working staff of the Guiyang North Railway Station, Mr. Peng Zongjie. And now we'll just invite Mr. Peng to join us to come into the railway station. 彭主任您好，您对镜头简单的跟我们做个自我介绍。
好，大家好，我是那个贵阳北站客车车间的主任彭宗杰。
And here is the director of this railway station. And now we'll just ask him what about the differences or what are the changes of the passengers flow in this railway station. 那么今年我们春节期间，咱们这个贵阳北站的旅客的一个变化情况大不大？
应该这样说吧，就是咱们这个今年的春运呢，这个客流情况是远远低于我们预期的，就是可能相对往年呢是有所下降的这样一个情况。主要还是现在的客流情况，主要还是以我们的管内客流为主，就是这种到外省的这种直通的客流，相对来说，相对比较平稳。
And according to Mr. Peng's introduction, that the number of passengers coming to this railway station has made a large, sharp drop this year. And the passengers coming here are mainly from inside the province. And then we'll just follow Mr. Peng to come into this railway station. 那么我们现在如果要进站的话，大概有哪些流程呢？
应该说分成两个部分吧。就是第一部分，咱们可以看到现在的这个最前面的一道进口，在这个位置呢，我们的工作人员会引导旅客进行一个扫码，然后进去以后再进行测温。过了这一道口以后，在我们的进站口呢，就是对我们的旅客的车票、身份证，就是实名验证和我们的安检进行一个查验。
好的，那我们现在 then we're just coming to this railway station. At first, I just need to show them the health card. And after coming into the railway station, we can see there are two infrared thermometers before us. And actually, this kind of machines will show our temperature. 那么在我们面前的是两道这个红外线的测温门，这所有的旅客在进站之前都要经过体温检测。那如果有异常反应的话，它会有一个什么样的提示呢？
是这样，我们在这儿大家可以看到，一个是我们的一个固定式的一个测温设备，还有一个就是我们一个手持的测温仪，相当于就是用2台测温仪来确保这个旅客进站测温的这个准确度。然后在这个进站口测温的时候，如果发现了异常的情况，比如旅客体温过高，和也包括我们刚刚进来的时候，这个扫码有一些异常的这种，比如说其他颜色的码，除了绿码以外，其他颜色的码的这种旅客的话，我们会立即联系我们驻站的地方的这个防疫人员，他们会到现场来进行一个处置。
And here we have just two temperature testing machines. And if the temperature is abnormal, the machine will send an emergent signal so that the working staff will find them out. And then they will just contact the local medical staff to transport them to the hospitals or clinics to check whether the temperature is normal or not. 那么我们既然进站了之后，我们也可以看到在我们的这个右手边也有不同的闸门，您能这些闸门是刚刚设置的 为我们春运专门做准备的，还是一个什么样的情况？
这个闸门呢是我们这边联系这个观战湖区地方这个管委会，共同设置了一个这个集扫码和测温一体的这个2合1的一个闸机。我们旅客呢就是进站的时候只需要出示他的身份证，在这个闸机上进行一个刷取这个身份证，就会有他的2维码的信息。然后同时这个上面的这个摄像头会进行一个测温，就完成了旅客的扫码测温2个环节。然后正常的这种情况下，旅客就通过扫身份证就可以通过闸机进站了。
And meanwhile, this railway station has adopted a new facial recognition machine. And for this kind of machine, it provides convenience for those passengers without mobile smartphones or whose mobile phones are run out of power. And as for this kind of machines, we just need to scan the ID card. And when you put your ID card here, it will just show your health status and also your real-time temperature. And now I just use my ID card to have a try. 那接下来我也用这个身份证来体验一下，对。And just before the camera, it shows my temperature, and then I can just come in. 那么我们的这个机器的话，它相当于目前应该是已经经过了调试阶段，预计我们接下来什么时候会投入使用？
因为我们前期是在在东进口安装了一台进行这个试验，经过试验以后，大家觉得效果比较好，同时呢，这个机器呢能够解决我们刚才说的就没有带手机或者手机没有电，一些脱网人群、老年人啊这种情况的这个进站的这个扫码的问题，在这个情况下，我们觉得这个机器效果比较好呢，也是准备在节前吧，使用这个大概有19台这个机子，准备在节前投入使用。
And so far, this railway station has already put about 19 this kind of machines here, and it will be put into operation before the Spring Festival. And then we'll just come in. And here there is a notice which writes that passengers who leave for Beijing need to present a nucleic acid test to the working staff. 那么我们在这儿也可以看到这个温馨提示，它写到我们到北京的旅客要持核酸检测的报告。那是我们这儿只有针对北京的旅客有这样的要求，对于别的地方的旅客暂时没有这样的通知吧？
对，在我们车站这一块呢，就是针对进站的旅客，现在只是要求就是正常的扫码测温，然后只是针对到达北京地区的这个旅客呢，要求出示这个7日之内的这个核酸检测报告。
As for passengers who leave for Beijing, they need to present a negative nucleic acid test result before coming in. And now we'll just go from this entry gate to come into the railway station. And 您好，这是身份证。谢谢。
转一下。
So before coming to the station, we need to have a safety check. And just now, Mr. Peng also mentioned that as for passengers who come to other provinces or communities of the country, they just need to scan the QR code and get a ID card before coming into the railway station. And then, 那么就针对我们普通的，我们进站之后我们在防疫这块有哪些工作在开展？
针对我们站内呢，主要是做好一个旅客的这个口罩佩戴的一个宣传，就是在我们公共区域嘛戴好口罩。另外一方面呢，就是我们在候车区域呢，就是严格按照这个消毒的要求，规范进行一个重点区域每4小时1次，还有我们整个站房整个区域的每天的全覆盖的一个预防性消毒的一个工作，主要是在这个旅客的防护口罩的佩戴和这个消毒的这两个方面。
And when we just arrive at the platform for us to board the train, we need to make sure that every passenger just wears the face mask, and then the working staff of the railway station will just increase the frequency of disinfection to make sure that the COVID-19 pandemic will be controlled well in this place. 那么除开我们针对旅客有这些严格的防疫措施之外，针对我们自己的这些客站的工作人员有一些什么样的措施来保障出行安全？
应该说就是我们职工的这个防疫安全呢，也关系到旅客的这个安全，因为我们作为一线的服务人员，如果在我们的职工身上出现了这种疫情的话，肯定也会对旅客的这个人身生命安全造成这个影响，所以呢，我们也是严格按照这个要求嘛，做好我们职工上下班的这个扫码测温工作，一个是这个，另外一个呢就是加强我们职工8小时外的这个情况的一个掌握，就是劝阻大家不要进行这个聚集性的活动啊。不要外出啊，去外省这种中高风险地区啊，这个外出需要报备啊，就对我们职工的要求。另外一方面呢，也是按照这个交通运输行业嘛，作为一线的人员，这个国家的要求，做好我们一线职工的每周的核酸检测的这个要求的落实，还有逐步做好这个职工疫苗的这个按照这个计划嘛，做好职工疫苗这个打这个疫苗的这个推进嘛。
And actually, besides the safety of passengers of the railway station and the safety of the working staff, has been greatly concerned with the safety of the passengers. And as for the working staff of this railway station, they will just undergo the same procedures as I just experienced here. They also need to have a temperature check before coming to this railway station. And for them, the working staff is greatly concerned with the passengers. They just need to have a nucleic acid test every week to make sure that they were tested negative of the COVID-19 disease. And besides, actually, he just mentioned that most working staff have been vaccinated to get immune to the disease. And just beside us, there is a medical center here. 那在我们旁边呢，我们也可以看到这儿有医务人员在这附近进行作业。那么这个站点是一个什么样的布置情况？
这个是我们那个贵阳北站每年春运吧，就会协调这个地方的医务人员在车站候车室进行一个驻点，设置一个临时的医疗点嘛，就是为了这个在候车室我们候车区域吧，包括我们站区内，发生这个旅客意外的时候，能够及时的进行一个处置。
And actually, this medical center is set temporarily for the Spring Festival travel season. If there is any emergent cases, any emergent cases, the working staff here will carry out certain emergent measures to help the passengers here. 那么我们现在可以看到，在我们这个站点里，走的时候发现旅客量其实，相比于往年应该是减少了很多。
应该说 咱们今年春运呢，这个客流节前客流嘛，都是比较平稳的。刚刚也介绍了，就是主要的客流还是以馆内客流为主，因为一个是前期我们学生放假一个错峰的一个放假，提前放假以后，那我们春运期间呢，不像往年就是学生客流和探亲啊、务工返乡啊这种客流高度叠加。大家在这种情况下，在今年的这种防疫要求的情况下呢，错峰出行以后，客流相对比较平稳嘛。
And actually, for when we just walk on this platform, we can see that the passengers inside are really less compared to previous years. And Mr. Peng just introduced that during this year's Spring Festival travel season, the number of passengers have decreased a lot. And as for the passengers inside, are mainly coming to cities inside the province. 那么我们这个旅客数量减少之后，我们的防疫措施其实还是在稳步进行之中，并没有减少。
对，应该说，虽然这个客流在下降嘛，就是旅客出行呢，客流比较平稳，但是我们的防疫措施没有减，就是严格按照这个国家地方的这个防疫的要求的，落实好这个扫码测温，以及我们相关的这个消毒啊等各项工作的要求嘛，确保旅客的出行的安全。
And despite the decreasing number of passengers, they just still carry out strict epidemic control and prevention measures to ensure passengers a smooth and safe journey to go back home. 那么我们今年的这个春运工作的一个重点主要是突出在哪一块？
第一个嘛，肯定还是以做好这个防御工作为重点。另外一个就是做好我们的旅客服务，这个为让我们旅客出行更安全、方便、温馨嘛，我们也是做了很多工作，包括在我们的候车室内，设置了在我们的服务岛，加大这个人员的一个安排。确保就是我们春运期间呢，旅客的一些问询啊，包括一个重点旅客的这些，比如需要轮椅护送啊，一些重点旅客的一些服务的一个需求嘛，这个全方位的来保证我们旅客的这个出行需要。
And for this year, the epidemic control and prevention are still the key point for this year's travel season. And besides, they also provided some comfortable or convenient services for passengers who can't get access to the services as the normal passengers. And just before us, there is a service station. They just increased the number of working staff who offered services to passengers who have any doubts. 那么今年对您来说是您的春运的第几个年头了？
这应该是我春运第10年嘛，我10年参加工作的，对。
And this year is already the 10th year of Peng's Spring Festival travel season. 那么今年的这个春运给您的一个感受是怎样的呢？
今年春运我们旅客的出行应该说更加方便、更加有序了。另外呢，就是我们的这些这么多年这个铁路的这个客运服务的不断发展嘛，包括我们的互联网购票啊，包括我们的电子票实施啊，实名验证的这个人脸识别闸机的这个投入使用啊，应该说越来越多的这种高科技的设备和我们更温馨、更便捷的这个服务，投入到我们春运以后，旅客的这种出行的体验应该说越来越好了。再一个呢，今年的这个大家也看了这个客流情况，应该说是跟往年相比是比较平稳的。就是说旅客虽然出行的人少了嘛，但是我们广大旅客出行的脚步应该说更怎么说？应该说更从容了。对
And Guizhou is a mountainous province in China, but with the great development or the rapid development of technology, more railway lines have been linked to Guizhou. And nowadays, many passengers in Guizhou province can get access to the high-speed trains. We can see that many people in China will resort to the high-speed trains for traveling. And this is one of the greatest changes for Peng who has seen in these years. 那么对于我们来说，其实贵州这样一个区域来讲，它的这个高铁网络的接通能够给我们的旅客提供很大的便利，也应该说，就是现在高铁对于中国人来说也是一个非常便利的出行工具，也极大的改善了我们的生活。
对。
And because of the development, because of the popularity of the high-speed trains, many people can get access to the high-speed trains. And this kind of transport has provided great convenience for the residents in China to go outside for either traveling or going back home in the Chinese Lunar New Year. And then just say thank you for Mr. Peng to give us such a detailed introduction. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. And then we'll just invite a passenger to share his journey with us. 您好，可以稍微简短的打扰一下您，问一下您几个问题吗？您现在是打算回家还是？
对，回家。
您家主要是在哪儿？啊？
遵义。
Okay, and this passenger will go back home from Guiyang province to the neighboring city of 遵义。那您是在贵阳上班，还是在这边转车？
对，上班。
And she just worked in the Guiyang city. 那您这次从贵阳回遵义的话，需要比如说要提供一些核酸检测报告，或者说只需要进站扫码，然后回家也只是呈现一个健康码就可以正常回去了，还是要走其他流程？
应该是吧，我没有接到通知说要核酸，或者说要隔离什么的。
And for her, she just needs to scan the health code, and then she can just come into the railway station. 那么今年相当于您作为这个在贵阳工作的年轻人来说，您觉得今年春运的变化大吗？
还好吧，因为太近了，所以也没太大的感觉。
And for her, she just thought that maybe there is nothing changed for his journey to go back home, since it just took about less than an hour to take a high-speed train to 遵义 city. 那您现在从贵阳到遵义大概需要多长时间呢？
大概40分钟左右就到了，半个小时到40分钟。
And it just takes about 30 to 40 minutes to go back to 遵义。您以前从贵阳来遵义这边方不方便？也是坐高铁还是？
没有，高铁之前都是自己开车。
自己开车大概需要多长时间？
大概需要1个半小时左右。
那有高铁通行之后，还是方便了很多。
对，基本上都不想开车了。
And before because when the high-speed trains were not available for her, she will just drive her car to go back to her hometown. And before it took for about 1.5 hours to go back home. But nowadays, we can see that the time has been decreased for a time. 那么也祝您新年快乐，就祝您回家的旅程一路顺利。And we just wish her a safe journey to go back home and enjoy her Spring Festival. Spring Festival is important for most Chinese people. It means a lot for everyone. And in this year, during the travel peak, because of the influence of the epidemic, many people choose to stay put to curb the spread of the epidemic. And some people still choose to go back home to reunite with their family members for celebration of the Chinese Lunar New Year. And in China, the epidemic has been under control greatly. We believe that the epidemic will be controlled all over the world soon. And we wish everyone a safe and sound 2021. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone.